So you want some protective eyewear to wear out to battle coronavirus or COVID-19, but don't want to look like this? Well then, let's make some that look like Cyclops from the X-Men. Here we go! Magneto's hordes are all the way to pillage, burn, and plunder. But there's one team that will not yield, the team that strikes like thunder. Welcome back to Arizona's Arcade Heroes. Today we're going to be learning how to make a set of protective eye lenses inspired by Phoenix 5 Cyclops. The first thing you need to do is go to the Pepakura Designer. You're going to need to download the Pepakura Designer 4. Now this will allow you to upload the download we're going to be getting in a minute of templates into this program to print them off. Next thing you're going to do is I'm going to put the link in the description for you to download these Cyclops lenses. You're going to upload those into the Pepakura Designer in the file drop-down bar. Then you're going to go to the first setting, which is print and paper settings. Now this comes stock on A4, but you're going to lower it down to letter so that it will print correctly on your home printer. Then we're going to go into 2D menu and we're going to click on show flaps to give us a better view of the templates. Now you're going to see it's going to give us all these extra pages when we do that, so we're going to have to shuffle these around. So you see I'm going to move these ones over here on the right up a little bit. If any of them are hanging down below that middle threshold, we're going to have to move them up. So now I'm going to go over here to the lens pieces and we're going to move those up, and we're going to turn this red lens piece sideways. So now we're down to just 5 sheets to print out. So that's the first step. Now we're going to go over to print and we're going to print these 5 sheets out, and then we're going to head over to the table and start building our mask. So here we go. Okay guys, so here's our 4 sheets of printouts, and again, you are not going to need all of these templates. There's only a few that you're going to need, so I'm going to show you which ones those are. But first of all, you're going to need some anti-fatigue foam mat set foam sheets from Harbor Freight. They're about $9, or you can order them online. You're going to take the templates that you cut out the printouts and you're going to lay those down on the foam and trace around those with a Sharpie. Now what I like to do is lay all of them down on the entire sheet and do every single template all at the same time. So you can see we've got them all drawn out here. Now some of them you're just going to flip over and do left and right by turning it backwards, so you have both sides of the visor. And then I recommend using an extremely sharp X-Acto knife. Make sure you change the blade so the blade is fresh, that way you get sharp cuts. So here is our cutout pieces ready to be put together after doing all of them at once with the X-Acto knife. Now I did want to show you guys with the round earpieces. This template is a little bit awkward and hard to put together, so I just went and found something round around the house that was the same size and traced around that on the foam. That way we could get our earpieces exact without having to put together an oddly shaped template. So the next thing you're going to need to do is we're ready to start building. So you are going to need to get some weldwood contact cement from Walmart or Amazon. It's about $7. And guys, after you paint this stuff on the pieces, it dries fairly quickly, and once you attach the pieces, they will stick together quite well. So let's go ahead and start building. Now we're going to take all of our pieces and we're going to paint the inside edges from the left and the right. We're going to paint a nice thick coat on, and you are going to have to cut a 90-degree angle on some of these pieces so that they bend the correct way when you put them on, otherwise it'll be one big flat piece. So you'll see as I attach these together, there's a slight curve in the middle from the 90-degree cut that we make. So I'm going to attach the visor and the top of the visor and the bottom of the visor right at the center. And then we're going to go ahead and cut the 90-degree angle on the top side horizontally above the visor and below, so that way we get that nice curvature around the front of your face. Now we're going to move on to painting that with the contact cement, and you see guys, as I paint these pieces, I just set them aside and let them dry for a few minutes until they are no longer wet to the touch. Then you can simply place the foam together, and once it's together it will stick, creating a nice bond. So we'll go ahead and paint the bottom half of this visor. We're going to set that aside, and now we're going to start attaching them, and you see I just go carefully along the seam, you guys, and then once it touches, it connects. So everywhere that you see on the Pepakura program design, you can see where the pieces connect. You just paint with contact cement and carefully put those together, and it starts to take shape as the visor. Now guys, these two pieces right here that I showed you needed, the top and the bottom 3D parts of the visor, we're going to toss those. We actually don't need them because you can see our visor is thick enough as it is with just those 3 pieces. If we add the other ones on, it's going to give it a bit of overkill, making it protrude too far out from our face. So let's go ahead and attach those round pieces to cover our ears. So we're going to place some contact cement on those and then stick those together, and that's going to be where we gauge how these cover our ears to make it an exact shape over our face. Okay, so probably one of the most important steps, if you've seen some of my other videos, is to coat this thing now that it's built with black Plasti-Dip. Now this is multi-purpose rubber coating. It's going to seal in all of our cracks where the contact cement was sealed, make sure it doesn't come apart while we're wearing it. So I'm going to shake this up and we're just going to put some light coats on here, and this is just going to cover the entire thing. So I'm going to go all over it. I am going to paint both sides. I'm going to paint the front and the back with Plasti-Dip. Now it's important that you do nice, easy back and forth strokes on here, because if you do it too concentrated in one area, it will clump up and drip. So we're going to do a few coats on this, and then we're going to come back and check it out when it's dry, guys. So here we go. Okay, so our Plasti-Dip is dry, and you guys can see that really makes this thing a lot more durable. I mean, it's very bendy. All the cracks are sealed. So what we're going to do next is, I know that Cyclops' mask looks yellow in the comics, but I kind of wanted to make this look a little bit more realistic. So what we're going to do is we're going to use some Krylon Metallic Brilliant Gold, and we're going to make this thing look more armor realistic. So now that we have our black Plasti-Dip on, let's go ahead and spray it gold. Alright guys, so you can see the gold came out really nice on there. It's very shiny, metallic-y gold. So one last step now is to seal this thing in. I'm going to use some of this triple thick glaze from Krylon. This is the best glaze you can use. And we're just going to use very, very light coats all the way across the whole thing. So let's go ahead and spray that on. Okay, so we're just about done here, but you are going to need to go to Walmart and get some colored index folders to use for the visor. You can see these are crystal clear and easy to work with, and those are going to replace actual lenses from sunglasses by giving it a nice thin red clear coat inside the visor. So you're going to take that red visor template that you found on page 1 of the templates, and you're going to actually place that down, and you're going to trace around it, but you're going to trace around it a little bit large so you have room to glue that on the inside. So here's our extra large visor template piece cut out, and you can see when I lay that down inside the visor, it does overhang on all the edges, so we have room to hot glue that down. So here's our hot glue gun, and I'm going to go ahead and attach that right now. So you can see once it's attached, you will not be able to see that from the outside, but from the front side we've got our nice crystal clear red visor on there. So everything's just about complete here, but we do need to attach this to our head. So you are going to need to go to Walmart in the craft section and buy some elastic band straps for about $5. Size that correctly to your head. When you place this around the front of your head, you're going to cut a small strip of the band so you can attach that to the other side with hot glue. And here it is, guys, the completed visor. You can see that it's shaped exactly to our heads, and it's got the red visor on the front, and it looks pretty sharp. So here's my final thoughts, guys. Alright guys, so as you can see, a super easy build right here, and it fits me perfectly, and I can see right out the lenses. So I think it's great. Now all I need is a Cyclops jumpsuit and a laser ray to shoot out of my eyes. But once again, if you have any questions about this, please comment below and let me know. And as always, please like and subscribe to the channel. That is much appreciated. But good luck building, guys, and thanks again for watching. This is Arizona's Arcade Heroes, and I'm out.